I would like to take up some myths and facts with you. Now, from training or from trainer's point of view, common myth
Hmm.
is that, say, for example, we are traveling, okay, in a city like Mumbai, that someone leaves at 7 in the morning,
Yeah.
maybe he will walk a few meters or maybe take a share rickshaw or bus, go to the station.
Yeah.
In the station, he will go to his office. He will be in the office all day. In the evening, 6 o'clock, he'll leave. He'll come back at 7, 8, 9, 10 in the, in the night, back to his home.
Very difficult. Very difficult.
So there is a myth that इतना तो exercise हो जाता है पूरा दिन में, अभी और कितना exercise करने का. That myth, if you can just break or
Okay.
explain us.
So there are two things, in earlier we mentioned there are broadly four kinds of work that every human being has to do. So you go back, right? If you talk to say a genesis, people who deal with genetics, and people who deal with evolution, they'll tell you that we still have Neanderthal and Denisovan genes in us. We still have those genes, right? And they'll also tell you that, for example, if you read this book, The Human Body by sorry, I've forgotten his name. A very good author. That name will come to me. He says that agriculture is only 12,000 years old, which is approximately 600 generations. So our bodies haven't adapted to it, right? Similarly, our body is not having adapted to agriculture. Now, what did agriculture do? Agriculture gave us grains, right, with high nutritive content, and of course, that also nutritive content has increased. The grains are easily available. You can walk 24/7. You can get something to eat now, right? Our bodies aren't used to it. We just eat too much, too often. The same thing applies to the kind of stresses, physical stresses we place on the body. We are no longer threatened by wild animals. We are no longer, threatened by uneven terrain. We walk on flat surfaces. We are no longer, exposed to the elements as we used to. So I know in Mumbai, people really struggle through the rain in local trains, all kind of crazy environments. It's really tough. I know it. I've lived that life for about 2 years. So I'm not unaware of Mumbai life and what the common man goes through. And honestly, all my sympathies. But we need to do things that will increase our heart rate for the reasons of increasing our cardiovascular fitness. One, this other thing we need other kind of work or stress that our physical stress our body needs is long work, which is in fitness terms we call aerobic exercise. Now, walking is a kind of aerobic exercise, but it is not enough. There are small things you can do to walking to make that into a slightly more efficient and more beneficial workout than simply walking. You're, टहल रहे हैं आराम से, evening walk, morning walk. You think exercise is done. That is not exercise. Yes, like for example, if you climb 10 flights of stairs, yes, that is exercise. But still, you are not adding to your muscle. You need to add to your muscle, right? You can only add muscle if you use those muscles in various ways and put some resistance on them. Your body weight is a level of resistance, but that is something your muscles are used to. If you only put your body weight resistance on your muscles, at some point in time, you will lose muscle. So you have to find some ways of adding more kind of resistance to it, right? Almost everybody who travels in local trains has a backpack. Most of them, some handbag, some backpack they have. Backpacks are becoming the most, popular kind of bag. That's weight on you. You do 10 air squats wherever you're standing while you're waiting at the railway station. Weighted. That's like back squats, right? People put a barbell, you keep a bag on your back and do it. You added weight, right? So we can find in our daily lives opportunities to spot. I go to the market, I'll get sick and tired of walking, right? We go to malls, I'll just stand there and do 10 air squats. People are looking at me with strange eyes. It is because it's weird. People think it's weird. People think exercising is weird. That is how people think. So one thing is get your heart rate up. You're going up. Can you run up a little bit? Can you just run up the stairs if there is space? In Bombay, of course, even stairs will be crowded. You are pushed. You don't have. But where you can you run up? You're crossing a road. Please do this safely. Safely, can you run across the road? Use every opportunity to run. Get your heart rate up. Even that momentary heart rate increase. Right? Momentary. Do some. Oh, listen. I have to go down. I have come up to the 10th floor. Now I have to go down. Don't take the elevator. Can you walk down fast? Again, gets your heart rate up, uses your muscles. You have your bag on you. Maybe it's your laptop. Walk down. Never ever, even if you're living on the 50th floor, walk down the stairs. Exercise. Another thing I tell people is that, okay, you live on the 18th floor, I get it. Can you get down on the 16th floor and walk up 2 floors every day? You don't have to, don't walk up 18. Get down on 16th, walk up 2 floors, exercise. Now, can you tell me that the person who leaves home at 6 a.m. and comes back at 9 a.m. can't get exercise? You can. Can you cut out your chai? Can you cut out your biscuit? Can you cut out your sugar? Can you cut out your vada pav? Can you cut out your samosas? Chole bhature, cut them out. You have eliminated 90% of nonsense from your life. Does that make sense?
Absolutely it does, because it is one of the challenges that I would say the urban population faces. We are just taking an example of Mumbai for the sake of it, but then I think everywhere in the metros, and sometimes now I feel maybe it has penetrated to the grassroots villages also.
Yeah.